Hey guys, Chef Mark here. Today I'm going to make for you a salt-encrusted bronzini. It's going to steam inside this nice, beautiful white crust that we're just going to make a great presentation. I got Bernie clean one up for me, but let me show you what I'm looking at here. I've got bronzini, comes from the Mediterranean. Sometimes I call it a Mediterranean sea bass. A real nice, sweet flavor to it. Texture very similar and flavor very similar to a red snapper. But I'm looking here in a whole fish. I've got a nice, clear eye to it. It's a beautiful red gill on the inside, nice and shiny. These guys here at the seafood department will be more than happy to pick these out for you, but mine should be ready about now. Bertie, you all set?
All set. Chef Mark.
Thanks, pal. You're the best. Appreciate it. Okay, we're going to do the salt-crusted bronzini. I've got everything I need here ready to go, all my mise en place. But I want you to look at the fish first. When we go to stuff it, I've already had him clean it. It's scaled, it's cleaned out from the inside, it's ready to be wrapped. All I got to do is take some slices of my lemon here. I think one lemon, about 8 slices or so is fine, depending on the size of the fish that you're using. And I like to even cut these in half because it fits inside the cavity there. And then I take about 3 sprigs or so of thyme. We're going to put that on the inside and some of those lemon slices. This doesn't have to be perfect. All we're trying to do is here, we're trying to flavor the cavity from the inside out, right? So we're going to take a couple bay leaves on the inside each one, a couple sprigs of thyme, and the rest of these lemons. That's going to give us a nice fresh citrus flavor on the inside of that fish as it bakes. So last little bit of time, and there we go. All right, the next thing I need to do is make that salt crust for the fish. So I take 6 egg whites here, I separate them out from the eggs. I'm going to whip that so that it gets almost like soft peaks. So to the point where it gets a lot of air in this. I'm going to whip it back and forth. It might take you about 5 minutes. This is certainly something where you can employ a stand mixer or a hand mixer right for this. I like to get a little bit of workout, so I'm going to continue to whip this until she's ready. All right, so these egg whites are just about ready. They're nice and light, fluffy. They're not stiff. This is exactly what I'm looking for. It's going to be able to allow us to fold it inside our salt here. So I'm going to put all the salt and egg whites together. Combine those two. This is our spatula. You even take a little bit of pepper into this. I'm going to mix a little bit of salt. We're doing a folding action. Keep that nice and light. I'm going to take our pepper and grind it. Season it. And then continue to fold our salt on the inside till it's fully incorporated. We're using the egg whites because it creates a nice crust on the outside. It'll solidify and will keep all that moisture on the inside. So the next thing I do is I take my sheet pan. I'm going to create about 1/3 of this, and I'm going to put this down on top of the sheet pan. This gives a little bit of a bed for this fish to sit on. 2 piles here. We got 2 fish. And once we get that spread out, we're going to take the rest of it. We're going to encase our fish on the inside. So you take one of the fish, you're going to place it right down on top of the salt. It's going to keep it nice and insulated on the bottom. And then I'm going to take the other piece of fish, put it directly on top of that salt. And then the rest of this, we're going to take the salt and cover the entire fish with it. So what we're trying to do is encase this entire piece of fish. And as it bakes, it cooks really nice and even, as well as it keeps in all the moisture on the inside of that fish. So all you're going to do is completely encase that fish, go all the way down to the tail. What you want to do, put a nice thick layer on the top, and then I'm going to smooth that out, make nice lines so it looks nice, even on the tip there. And then I'm going to go into the oven at 450 degrees. I'm going to cook this for about 15, 20 minutes or so until that's 130 degrees on the inside. All right, so it's actually been about 20 minutes or so I'm going to check our fish here. All right, this looks beautiful. This is exactly how this is supposed to look. All right, so let me get my little hot pad. We're going to check this temperature first. So what I do is I kind of eyeball it where it was again. So our head's here and our tail's here. So the thickest part of this, we're actually going to go on the inside. And you're going to feel some resistance. We're looking for, man, that's 132 degrees, which is just about perfect. So actually we're going to let that rest for about 2 minutes or so. So way to get at this guy. Kind of looks like a daunting task, but all you got to do is come in here and we're going to start cracking this crust a little bit, and the salt's going to start to break off. And it's going to come off in actual big pieces like this. you'll be able to get at, and you're going to start to see your fish appear from underneath this salt crust. And then what I like to do is I take a little brush. I'm going to get all that salt on it, because obviously we don't want to be eating all of that salt. So I peel all that off, and once that's all peeled and the salt's off from it, then I take a rubber spatula or a silicone spat. So I come in here at this side, and you can actually make a little bit of line. This kind of cuts because the fish is so delicate and moist at this point. It actually cuts with the spatula. So I come in here, and you find out wherever that fish is, and you want to follow the bone. So you take your spatula, and you go right up underneath there, and you'll feel where it starts to pull apart. You're going to see a bone directly underneath there, so you're going to make sure that you're right up underneath the bone, and all you do is follow right along the bottom, and that piece of fish is going to come off in one nice fillet just like this. So all I do is go to the plate, place that on there. After this, I'm going to take the rest of this off. I take that bone out and go at the other fillet. We'll eventually do both of those. But if you look at this, it's really nice and delicate, flaky, comes right off. All I got to do, the way I like to eat it, is just a real simple squeeze of a lemon. Same stuff that we had on the inside of here. It's going to be great. Really nice and delicate, flaky, super moist. Oh, that's great.